Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at GMX. This was requested by Verton from the Telegram chat that we have. The link is going to be down below in the description. Feel free to leave your requests as well. And I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So let's jump into the daily chart. Taking a look at GMX against Tether on the daily, as you can see, we have a beautiful uptrend here. So before we really get into the TA, I do want to mention that the inflation rate on this coin is going to be crazy in 2023. So be careful investing in this. I'm not saying this is a bad project or anything. I'm just saying look into the tokenomics and see how you feel about the token unlocks and the inflation rate. So right now, we have been in this nice uptrend ever since we bottomed down here November 9th. Since then, we have been seeing nice moves to the upside. I did have some GMX at these prices here, but I did end up taking profits, unfortunately, when we got, I think I bought in at $30 and I sold around 40 or 42. Unfortunately, right now that could have been a lot more, obviously. So let's zoom in and see what we can expect here. So obviously you have these two highs, these local highs, and these are going to be important moving forward as you're technically back testing them right now. So what we can do is we can take a trend line and we can place that over there. And as you can see, you had one run in, second run in, third, fourth run in. You broke above in February this year and you're coming back down to back test that as support. So this is a very important level that we want to be holding. It's fine if we see wicks down below, as long as we close the candle above 58.8 or 58.6, I should say. Yeah, so somewhere around this. There we go. So this is going to be your major support level, and this is where you can start dollar cost averaging if you still haven't done that. We also saw a very nice back test here at the start of February. And above us, we have a major resistance level as well, as you can imagine. So that has been retested twice. And as you can see, we had run in February. The second run in was in March. So what could be happening here is that we're seeing some sort of a double top pattern. So you have your neckline here, and you have your first high, you have your second high. Now, if we were to lose the neckline, which is this level here, 58.5, we would have a target to the downside. So let's take a trend line from the top of the double top pattern. I didn't take the trend line, there we go. And drag it all the way down to the low here, to where the candle ends. And you take that and you place it where you think the breakout is going to occur. It really doesn't matter because it's a horizontal line, so wherever you place it, it's going to have the same target at around about $45. So that is going to be our target moving forward if we lose 58.8. Okay, so from there all the way down there, $45, and that's roughly the same level that we retested back in January before we started moving up. So we had a move to the upside, a back test of support, another move to the upside, and a back test of support of the next level. Also, what is happening, what potentially did happen here is that we had a wave 1, wave 2, a nice wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5. Wave 5 sometimes closes either on the same level as wave 3 or slightly higher, just slightly higher than that. As you can see, we did have wave 5 practically on the same level here. So potentially what is happening here is that we saw this nice Elliott wave structure play out. And now we're going to be waiting for some sort of a pullback or an ABC correction, which means we're going to see an A, we're going to see a B, and we're going to see that C leg down, potentially taking us down to $45. So that's something that you can expect, okay? Usually we see a capitulation down or a move to the downside. This is the support level that could hold us. Then we have a bounce, a retracement to the upside, and then we see the C leg down. That's just a possibility. Obviously, this is not something that is set in stone. I'm just sharing with you some of my theories. Now, if you start coming back down below this 58.5 level and you start hitting your head on it as resistance, that is also going to be negative because you're flipping a support level into resistance, and at that point, you're potentially going to go even lower and you're going to retrace down to our technical target from this double M top pattern. Okay, below you have a few support blocks that you should take a look at as well in case we see some sort of a flash crash. So you have a support block here between 35.5 down to 32.7 on the price action. And you have a support block below as well from 26.7 down to 24.1. I don't think we're going to be going that low particularly, but like I said, if we see a flash crash, or like I have been saying in a lot of videos, if we see a flash crash, altcoins potentially could have 40 to 50% pullbacks in a day. We've seen that before. It's not something new. So from where we are right now, if we saw a capitulation down to $32, that's 52%. That's, we've seen that happen before. For example, over here, a 40% pullback in a few days in October into November. That has happened. For example, here we saw a pump in August and we dumped 47% into September. Happened as well. So these pullbacks can happen just because we are in an uptrend and just because we've seen a nice move to the upside doesn't necessarily mean that we cannot pull back. Taking a look at the daily chart here, let's see what's going on. Okay, so we have this trend line here. So this has been a resistance trend line for a few months. We broke above, and now we're looking for that back test of support. So if you end up coming back down there, that is going to be an amazing level to enter, right? If you do something like this, you come back down, that is going to be an amazing level to enter. So I do want to switch over to the daily chart on Binance and the 3-day chart on Binance to see what's going on there. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio, I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that and let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Taking a look at the daily chart on Binance, as you can see, we have an amazing uptrend here, and we have this ascending support trend line that we have been bouncing off of since November 2022. You have this resistance above us at $83.50, and of course, you're getting tight in between that support and resistance level. Usually what happens is that you're forced into a move, and you either break to the downside or you break to the upside, and you have a nice impulsive move to the upside. Now, if we were to break to the upside, we can take a Fibonacci retracement from the swing low in March to the swing high in February, and we can see what our potential 1.618 target would be, and that is sitting at $99.40. So that would be our target. Moving forward, if we manage to break above the swing high at $82.32. For now, it doesn't seem like we're doing that. We've actually lost the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and if you start losing the blue support trend line, I think that is going to be very negative, as that is a major support trend line, and if you start coming below that, back tested as resistance, well, that is negative, my friend. So what we can do in that scenario to prepare for some sort of a pullback, we can take the local high in March, take the fib to the local down in March, to the local low, I should say. And you can see our technical target here is going to be at $50.43 in case we start losing $61 here. If you lose $61, $50 is your target, is your major target regardless. And that is going to be something that you can be eyeballing for entries. But obviously, with any Bitcoin pullback, altcoins will pull back twice as strong. So you have to keep that in mind. Also on the daily RSI, you do have a support block. You've retested this back in December and January of 2021 and 22 and 23, sorry. And you had a bounce off of it in March 2023. So if you end up coming back down towards this area, which is around about 39 to 36.5 on the RSI, you start coming back down to this support block, I would say that is a good entry, even though there is a chance we might go even lower. Still, that is a good entry because the last time we bounced twice, we had a nice move to the upside. So you don't want to miss those potential profits. And of course, this is a good entry. This is a good entry because this is a strong support level. Taking a look at the volume here, a lot of selling going on right now, but that is understandable as the markets are pulling back down a little. A lot of altcoins are pulling back down. We've got the bearish cross on the daily MACD, and the last time we've had that was back in February of 2023, and before that in February, actually twice in February. So let's switch over to the 3-day chart and see what's going on here. So here we had the bearish cross in March on the 3-day chart. And if we take a look at the stochastic, we're very, very high here, sitting up almost near the overbought level. So for me, I'm not entering GMX right now unless we see a pullback down to $23, $25. I'm not looking for entries, to be honest with you, because of the inflation that we're going to be having with this token. There are a lot of other altcoins that are very cheap at the moment, so I would much rather put my money into those altcoins. But that has been it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care and stay safe.